So one quick best of one here. Oh, who's playing the Extilier? Oh, it's an Extilier Ditto. My heart be still. An honorable duel between honorable opponents. Ah, I'm so excited. Oh, this is such a fun matchup, Extilier v Extilier. Because you have so many ways you can play. You can a lot of ways the match can ebb and flow by you backing in, choosing when you choose to go aggressive and take the fight. I've also seen some lists floating around, one of mine being one of them, where Extilier plays a bit more of a defensive game. So there's this early switchback, and with the pieces that we have on the board, there really isn't too much Yurga can do about that switchback at this point in time. Except choose to ignore it with maybe a pretty clutch vortex here. Zax is honorable, but the melee v melee captain duel is extra honorable. Okay? The sword, the duel of swordsmen. Oh, I like it. Get the Torian, so now it's a lot harder to hit. That switchback a little less effective. Missing 1 out of every 3 shots, so mitigating 2/3 of his damage. And the crankbait as well. Oh man, so this is an interesting board state. That switchback is a big threat, but it's going to take 2 Cinder commitment fairly early to get much out of it. Got to go for the spin to win and the strike here. Trade 2 health for 5 health, probably, is what the gamble is here. At the bare minimum, 2 health for 3. Get the switchback on the flank, and if switchback can hit both shots on the Torian. 43% chance, hits 1, hits 2! The Torian goes down with the Sword of Justice. Oh, it was such a good position. No, it's not so good. And Popedarpa has the stasis shield. If they put the stasis onto Yurga's Extilier. And to clarify, this is a tiebreaker. These 2 competitors have already played 2 games against each other. So there is a whole best of 3 worth of games here to kind of even out some of the RNG you may be seeing here. Still, oh my gosh. I'm surprised not to see Popedarpa do the stasis field onto Yurga, because this allows Yurga to take the counter strike against the switchback, and get the crankbait a little bit better chance to get them out. So I would have really liked to see a stasis field so that this Extilier's extra stuck, because now you see, I mean, yeah, Vortex, yeah, now you can see why. And great recovery from Yurga. That looked like it could have been game, but now they're forcing them to walk into Extilier here, and they're going to take the pot shots at the switchback. So, something to consider, something that I've noticed is the difference between high-level play and low-level play, or like maybe even mid and low-level play, is the ability to recover. We've seen that in a lot of these games from the players advancing to the next stage of the tournament. They know how to recover from a bad situation, when to back out, and when to keep pressing, and when to back out, and kind of how to back out in a way that keeps you alive and in the game. And we've seen that play out over a few games. That Chuck and Co. gonna prevent Yurga from taking out the switchback. So they might opt to just do the damage, pull the Extilier, and start trading damage with the Extilier here. Or the crankbait, try and pull switchback away, is the option they seem to be going for. Oh, the geometry. Okay. This is a double option. Do they get the pull? And if not, just Chuck and Co at him. Oh, committing to the side of the battle. Interesting, because the Savria! We have a Savria! I don't see that one too often. That's such a good unit, because I think it's 1 or 2 Cinder, Savria gets to reduce the next attack damage to 0. To be pretty big here. This is going to be a dead Chuck and Co, however. He lived a good life, I guess. Now, another Chuck and Co coming out here. And this Toxoid that we see Popedarpa has in their hand will come in clutch. Savria's keeping the Extilier safe here. Gonna eat 3 damage total. Shield of Hope. And Toxoid's gonna come out, the unpainted one. And there's the Stasis Field to go in for the kill here. See him backed into the... They got Yurga backed into this corner. Savria can only stop damage from 1 hit. Crankbait could pull Switchback is slow. Crankbait could go and pull Switchback away from the situation. They also have the Vortex Beam as well. Yeah, so they're gonna say, all right, Crankbait, make Switchback go bye-bye. Oh! Gonna take the pot shot. They do have the Vortex to make Switchback non-factor here. What is the play here? Crankbait can't pull Extilier out. It's gonna probably pull the Chuck and Co. Or Toxoid pulled away could be pretty good, so it doesn't threaten the Savria. Cinder Infusion. What do they drop? They get the Chuck out. Whatever they drop, they have to be careful because it's going to get... Oh, the Toxoid's gonna kill the Savria though. Toxoid's airborne. Yikes, this Discord lagging. Alright, goodbye Crankbait. Goodbye Savria. And that kinda... And the Torian to be plopped here, Shield of Justice. Keeping Yurga backed into this corner here. Yurga walking up, still has the Savria shield. Has tricks in their pockets. Is it a Quetzali? It's a Quetzali! Let's go! End the Switchback. End its reign of terror. And they got the double Shield of Hope from the kill and from his own passive onto the Quetzali. Quetzali's such a game changer. Like I said, these units, you drop them down, the Torian, the Bintol, the Amplifier, just immediate boom. Here is an effect that you're going to have to contend with. And that one making a huge difference, allowing to complete the pick onto the Switchback. Though Yurga has lost 4 of their units, many of them pretty key components. Taking out the Switchback is huge. That's a huge damage threat taken out. Chuck and Co. All that's left is multi-damage from Popedarpa's backcourt right now, from the bridge. Popedarpa's going to try and find a way to use that Toxoid to pick off the Quetzali. Yep, the Chuck. Quetzali's going to go down on this turn, however. Yeah. And the Torian, it was a good play from Yurga, but they are playing from being massively far behind in both board state and crew. I think that was the first crew Yurga was able to take out in the game. No, there was another one. I don't remember what it was, but they took out another crew. Okay. Vortex, keep him alive. What is the call from Yurga here? There's that interesting bug again. Where it's like you yoink them into the cover and it physics them around it a little bit farther. So Yurga dropping into this back corner here. Say you're going to have to, if you want to finish me, you're going to have to come and get me. One miss of the Savria taking the damage from the first one. Torian going to come out. Oh, a crosshair. Kind of fish them out of this corner. Yurga going to make their final stand in this corner. There aren't any other real mobility options for them, but they do have the Vortex available every other turn. Gonna try and use the hard and the light cover here. And there's a rickety. So stasis field is available up from Popedarpa. That rickety and the massive damage you can drop in a single turn. 6 damage for 2 cinder. Oh, Max is not being able to move. Gonna block Chuck and Co. Do they use the stasis field on this turn and on who? A vortex could really, yeah. You see that Popedarpa understands that a good vortex and will just delete a lot of their army with the rickety. So trying to split them out so that vortex doesn't happen and hit the Taurian. Yurga has got a big, gonna have to make a big play here. They got a long road ahead of them to try and bring this game back. But some of the tools to do that are available. Here comes the vortex. The stasis field was not used as well. That's interesting to see. Trying to find that angle. Big decision this turn coming from Yurga. Get the drum breaker. They've made their call. They're making the play. Walking forward. Going at him. Gonna go for the kill on this Maximus. Get the sword of justice on both of them. Oh, gets a crit. Rickety gonna come in with a shield of justice. That means that's gonna eat 2 of the 3 damage it'll do to themselves. Rickety's sitting there in the corner. You can see with those shields of hopes. You see that Yurga is prepping the Rickety to be more than just a force on one turn with 2 to 3 shield of hopes on them. Now remember, that arm is hard cover. You cannot shoot through that arm. So Rickety is still safe and waiting in the wings. There is a stasis field still up on Popedarpa. How they use that is going to be crucial for this game. Here comes the stim burst. Nope, didn't use the stim burst. They have Chuck and Co in range. Oh, this is going to be pretty interesting here. Now remember, Extelior could be stasis field after this turn, and that stasis field mixed with the crosshair is a guaranteed 4 to 6 damage on Popedarpa's next turn if they use stasis field on the Extelior. Okay. Maybe try and split Extelior up from his crew with the crankbait. That seems like a good idea to me. Gonna put the Taurian down. Who is it gonna protect? There's the stasis field. Taurian on the other side to keep any assistance from coming through. Blindsider as well. Shield under the Taurian. This could be game. This could be Yurga being dropped to the lower bracket. But that's a lot of health. Still 15 health. Gonna get a crit from the crosshair. Decisions for Yurga. They have to use this Rickety, but with the Extelior blocking that path there where they want to go, what are they going to use their damage on? They're going to use the burst onto the Chuck and Co. They do not explode. That's armor, so Drumbreaker only going to do 2 damage and return to take 2 damage. Probably just trying to block off Chuck and Co from making more damage onto the Extelior on this next turn. Yurga has only a few more crew available to them. What do they drop here? Yeah, they're 1 and 2, but the winner, the first seed, advances to the winner's bracket. The second seed advances to the loser's bracket. So it's a matter of how many lives you have in the final bracket, basically. So whoever loses this is going to have to make a loser's run to finish in the top to podium. There's the Snarling. Snarling's really good in this matchup, but it might be too little too late. However, it's placed in such a way that the placement. Popedarpa's Extelior is blocked off. Popedarpa's Extelior cannot reach Yurga. What a good placement for the body block. They're going to get Sword of Justice for sure. But it delays them by one more turn. They have the Cinder Infusion and a Vortex. Maybe they have something in their back pocket that could really take this game. They're going to get Sword of Justice. Snarling goes down. Crankbait can't pull them out. Torian can take the hit though. Chucko going to go after Drumbreaker. There's yeet him away. Oh, it doesn't make the full Chuck. Okay, 9 health. They have the Toxoid coming in. What is the play here? Yurga in a bad spot. However, what could possibly be done here is they got a Sword of Justice. Do they put... They have 5 damage they could do. They could potentially do 7 damage to the enemy Extilier with a Sword of Justice walking up and hitting him. The Rickety does another 6. That's not going to be enough. And they're boxed in so well here. Vortex could be a play. Oh, man. We've seen Yurga pull these out or stay alive for so long here, but... Okay. Going for the 6 pop on the Blindsider. Opts to put it onto Chuck and Co. Drumbreaker putting it onto Extilier. Gonna lose the Drumbreaker. They know it's gone. Maybe go for the big... Going for a big spin. On the backside here. But has the 2 hit. That's a slight... Oh, they have the Vortex. They have the Vortex. To pull them in for further damage. They're going to Vortex to safety, so they're just taking the Drumbreaker from now. Oh, no! Oh, no! Did they thought that... Who'd they get? Who'd they get? They have 5 Cinder. You gotta drop it. Fate Twister. So that's 11 health. This is 11 health that they're going to have to go through on the side of Popedarpa. Gonna pull, use the chain, pull out. This might be game. Crosshair hits this shot. This is game. 86%. Does hit. GG. And that is Yurga going down the lower bracket. And Popedarpa moving on to winner's side. Alrighty.